So I'm now going to hand over to the lovely Claire Laydon Baptiste, who's our health casework manager. Hello. So I used to live and work in Walker about 14 years ago. So I knew about Walker having the highest level of health inequalities in Newcastle, having the highest prevalence of people who smoked, drank too much alcohol, drug addiction, and the extraordinary amount of people who had preventable long-term health conditions, often a lot more than one. Sadly, after all this time, it hasn't improved. And for most of these people, after COVID, it has absolutely gotten worse, especially mental health challenges and the level and severity of conditions worsening. So add that to the mix with the cost of living crisis, managing these conditions and facing addictions can understandably be a massive struggle. There is an unprecedented amount of stress on our health services, meaning a lot of people with the most need are slipping through the net. Some going for years without having complex medical needs and medications reviewed. The cost of living crisis has further moved health down most individuals' priority list. People often struggle to pay for healthy food and would have to travel some distance and pay an unaffordable amount to access a gym. There was a gym in Walker, however, the gym equipment in the Walker Dome was removed. Walker does have a fabulous park and riverside area, but at the moment a lot of people are frightened to go down there due to the level of crime and antisocial behaviour, and understandably will not access those spaces. I also found there was a perception with some health professionals that people in Walker do not want to change their lifestyle or manage their health better. And I found this is not the case, and indeed the opposite is true. So the question was, what would we do to empower the community to take action? So at the start of my journey with Lifting Neighbourhoods about a year ago, through door knocking, engaging people at community venues and offering point of care testing at events in the local supermarket, we got a huge amount of valuable information to inform our next move. But more importantly, we made vital connections and built meaningful relationships with our amazing community members and equally amazing partner organisations. You know who you are. So together, this was the start of something I believe was and is extraordinary. So in response to the hopes of the individuals in the community, we created a way to offer bespoke one-to-one health and wellness coaching sessions. Each session is unique to the person and what matters to them. Through creating a nurturing space where people can really open up has enabled people to re-engage with health services, attend hospital and GP appointments, stop smoking, increase activity in a fun way, leave the house after years of isolation, manage anxiety, and better manage health conditions such as diabetes. Also, having the freedom to support people to appointments if they were too anxious to go alone or where they may have disengaged. That first step has given people that small push to get the medical help they need, and they are now confident to go alone. So when asking the community what they would like to see for themselves in the area, physical activity was a popular answer. And because of my background and own personal experiences, I understand the importance of keeping people active and the tremendous positive impact this has on their quality of life. So I had to come up with a plan. So swimming came up a lot, as some people were waiting for joint operations, and swimming was recommended by their healthcare professional, but the problem was the bus fare and then the cost to get in was just too high. People also liked the idea of 60s and 70s aerobics and old-fashioned activities, so there was definitely a need there. So some great news, after a successful bid, we were awarded RISE funding. So thanks to that, we now have a full timetable of attended activity sessions, and 4 of which are now community-led. and there's going to be more to follow. So I'm a firm believer people should make informed decisions about their health. This means I'm on hand if people don't understand clinical advice given to them about lifestyle change. People often get conflicting advice, so I help break it down and keep it manageable. And I believe in empowering people to ask questions if they think a decision is wrong. And a crucial part in a person's success is them understanding themselves and what simple steps may help them feel better. So, I have met some incredible human beings in this community, many who have endured adversity you could not even imagine. And I see how amazing people are and their potential. My personal goal is for them to see it too. And I often say to people who are apprehensive to work with me that my job is to help you feel good. I'm not here to judge you or tell you what to do. I just want you to feel good and thrive, because that is what you deserve. I had to press the button there. I was more nervous about pressing the button than chatting, but never mind.
I was just agreeing with you.
So some of the highlights are groups, honestly, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. We have a body positive swimming group. We have our walkers, movers and groovers. A well-being group where you can come and relax. There's so many things to do, and I'm so proud of them and everybody who goes and makes them so special. We have peer-led groups as well for diabetes, alcohol, and 2 for physical activity. And I just want to mention how doing point-of-care testing, including blood pressure and blood sugar tests, have helped identify quite a large proportion of people needing to be signposted to a GP. So offering these tests has also enabled some great connections as well with other community sessions, such as the Bosty Mundane Matters group. So through building vital partnerships, people who need access to fresh food can now do so at the pantry, held in Treetops by the West End Food Bank, where some of our community members now volunteer. So I can honestly say this has been the best year of my life, and it's been my absolute pleasure being back in Walker with these amazing people who live and work in the community. And I'd like to give an extra special thank you to our leader, Ansha. I'll call her the captain of the ship because she doesn't like the word manager. So there you go. And she has a very special leadership style, which she should be very proud of everything. She's fantastic. So with that being said, press the button again, hang on, there we go. It is with my great pleasure to introduce you all to Jane. And Jane is one of our community members who agreed to speak with me today to give you a picture of some of the work we do at Laydon Neighbourhoods. Thank you so much, Jane, for being here.
Hello. I'm quite loud anyway, but right. Try that one, Jane. Hello. Was that on green?
Hello, hello.
You look good and sing there, right?
I'll sing your lines there, won't you?
Thank you so much, Jane. So how did we first meet? Can you remember?
Yes, Poppy Bank Community Centre.
What's it doing?
Bloods and... Oh, I can't.
I think it was your blood pressure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Blood sugars.
Blood sugars and blood pressure. And you done my blood, you done me both for me. And I was quite high, as usual.
So I was in Pottery Bank, I think it was part of their home space, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was going down and just chatting with people about health and stuff like that. And I did your blood sugar and it was very high. And it started a conversation off, didn't it?
Yes.
And then persuaded you to come and see us at Treetop Village.
Yes.
So how do you feel about coming to see us at Laydon Neighbourhoods in Treetop Village?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Because it's all dead friendly and Well, I swear a lot, but I've bit me. I'm not going to do it in here, but I do it over there. But it's just class. Just couldn't get better people.
Oh, thanks. And is there a difference between us and services you've accessed in the past?
Aye. Because I find if I come over, I don't need appointment, I just barge in. As usual. And if I've got out on my mind, just listen to what I say, and it's just class. Class, class, class.
So when we first met, what were some of the challenges you faced, firstly around your health?
God, loads. Couldn't get out done with my diabetes. Hadn't been to get, I hadn't been in hospital for 4.5 years. And I'm diabetic, insulin, everything. Couldn't get nothing done. As soon as I went to Treetops, met Claire, it was done like that. And I thought, class. And she even come to my hospital appointment to with it, which I don't think anybody else would have done. But that's just class. Class, class, class.
So was it right to say when I first met you, Jane, you hadn't been seen for your diabetes for about 4 years,
Yeah,
had you?
no,
And obviously
no.
with you taking insulin, it's quite important.
Yeah,
So I kind of tried to help make that connection, didn't I?
yes,
And you were struggling to get your medication as well,
Yes,
your
which-
insulin, so...
yes, which I need all the time, but I didn't get.
So after about 3 hours on the phone at the surgeries, we managed to get Jane some insulin.
Yes.
Brilliant. So, and what about some of the challenges about where you live, your house?
Oh, the house. Oh, been trying to move out my house for years. I mean, I can't climb the stairs on out, and I've been waiting about 6 years. Now it's been done. Went over to Treetops, went to Claire. No, it's Rachel, sorry, because she was sitting right next to Rachel. Seen Rachel, and Rachel got all my housing sorted, and just waiting to see if I'm going to get a house. And Ancha's lovely as well. She's, and I like Kerry's push as well. Do not make you out back, don't worry.
We've got our fingers and
I think
toes
everybody
crossed
is,
around your house.
everybody that's in that place is just cush. And that's all I'm saying with you. Just class, cush and cushy. Very happy.
So Jane, tell me about the sugar cubes.
Oh well, me and Claire, not just me, as she says, because there's loads of people got diabetes, but there's groups over the Thomas Gone has got diabetes on, but it's only pre-diabetes. And I'm not allowed to go into them classes because I'm actually diabetic. So I thought, well, that's not fair. So I thought, I went to Claire, asked if I could do my own group, and that's what I'm doing now at Treetops. But anybody's welcome, it doesn't matter if you're diabetic or not, because pre-diabetes comes into our sugar cube. We can tell them exactly what they're going to be like if they actually get diabetic, and what's going to sort of like happen, what are you. Anybody welcome, but like I'm saying, I've been trying loads of classes, but I just can't go in because I'm actually diabetic, and I just didn't think it's fair.
So that's where the Sugar Cubes was born. So the Sugar Cubes is a peer support group for in Treetops, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And Jane and the people in the group are coming up with like a little book around top tips around living with diabetes. That's really, really special. And is there anything else you'd like to say, Jane?
I did want to start another group, but it's for people that's got mental health problems, like anxiety and everything. It's just, honestly, it's just through the roof, and you don't know what people are going through.
And I think with having peer support groups, everybody in the group has got lived experience and kind of understand each other in a way maybe if you've not lived that, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's a really, really special part of what you guys do. So I would really like to thank Jane, not just for today, but for inspiring me. Jane has the biggest heart, and despite the amount of health and wellbeing challenges, Jane connects people in the community who are in need with us at Laydon Neighbourhoods and at Pottery Bank Community Centre where Jane volunteers. Jane is also a poet and features in a newly published book about Walker women. Thank you very much, Jane. Thank you for listening.